You just give me the word when it's time to take it away, when it's time to indulge in musical play.
I mean, we could probably stay here all night and just listen to you, to be honest.
We probably could. Song. That's an interesting one. Ladies and gentlemen, how are you all feeling? Beautiful, regenerative human beings. Are you feeling the vibes? Have you had a good time? Good. You know, one of the beautiful things about these kinds of gatherings is that we are filled with all kinds of renewed emotions. Silvera and Monica wrote that they feel inspired, and that's so beautiful to know that you're not only taking away a whole bunch of great ideas, you're also getting into a sort of collective flow. Now, we were speaking earlier on with the team what the main takeaways were from this whole 2 days, 3 days of gathering, of sharing knowledge, of sharing your wildest, most audacious regenerative dreams. And there were several kind of key points. One was biodiversity, but I would like to right now just ask in the comments, what was your main takeaway from these beautiful speakers, these beautiful panels, all these opportunities to engage and connect to one another? I'm going to open the chat. Let's see what you guys have to share. Connection and hope. Good one. Thank you, Dino. Fed, also connection. Someone wrote that it's so beautiful that so many people are doing this and they're happy to be a part of a global tribe creating global solutions. Lovely. Any other tidbits, any other fragments of beautiful inspiration? The takeaways that spiced up your imagination. Seva is a good one. In service to our life on the planet. Morgan's writing that it's hard, but more and more of us are doing it. And there's a tidal wave of projects brewing, and there's epic stuff coming together at every single scale. Joshua wrote that interconnectivity, the whole idea of the mycelial network. Beautiful. New visions for our, someone wrote national network, but I feel that this is more of a trans-global international network. You know, it's lovely because if you don't have the right people around you, you might think that you're crazy. But when you see other people have done it, it seems like a dream that is achievable. So we have planted seeds at this gathering. But before I even move on with the next activity, or I want to plug a little song I want you to take with you. I want you to take a little beautiful regenerative anthem. It sounds like this. It's just one line, so it won't be a lot to remember. What we're going to sing is, how do we know? How do we know that the seeds we've planted? How do we know? How do we know that the seeds we've planted? How do we know? How do we know that the seeds we've planted will grow? How do we know? How do we know? What ensures that the seeds we plant will bear fruit someday? A little bit of faith in Gaia, a little bit of faith in nature, a little bit of faith in others. But what else is missing? What else is missing? What else do we need for those seeds to grow? Jeremy writes that I believe in water, and I believe love, attention. What else? Unmute yourselves. Go ahead. Share with us. What do you think we need for these seeds to grow? I've heard intention. How do we know? How do we know? Action. Good one. What kind of action are you promising?
A courageous one.
Courageous
a respectful one.
Respectful, considerate one. Beautiful.
Yes.
Devotion and dedication. Tending to relationships, Hendrik. Man, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Yes, exactly. I was speaking earlier on to the whole team at the Rebuild, especially with Jeremy, we were talking a little bit. And the whole idea was that we are planting seeds here today. And there is a part of them that wants to pollinate and germinate and do whatever seeds do naturally. But if we really want them to reach their full potential, they need care and dedication. And so what's going to happen in the next couple of months is a lot of the information, a lot of the talks, a lot of the panels, little tidbits are going to show up on the Rebuild Gathering, social media, and other channels. And we're going to ask you to share that information, to help it spread, to help it pollinate in your own ecosystems and beyond. So if you feel you've got a green finger, or a green thumb, you feel you've got a green thumb when it comes to regeneration and good regenerative content practices and all kinds of other useful information, show me your green thumb. Have you got a green thumb? That's what's going to help it grow. So how do you know? How do you know that the seeds we've planted? How do we know? How do we know? How do we know that the seeds we've planted will grow? Yeah, a little bit of faith in Mother Earth and a little bit of faith in ourselves and a little bit of faith in one another. Thanks, Alex, for the comment. So, we're in the vibe. Are we feeling that we're a unified tribe? Is that right? With the thumbs up in the air, the green thumbs up in the air? Good. So I'd like to pass on the stage to a Rebuild team member who's going to be joining us, Annie, to introduce the finalists.
Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think we have Nico and Roxy with us.
So in the run-up to Rebuild Global 23, we decided to try something a little different. We had a series of masterminds, which are 2-weekend design sprints. These were run by the Design Science Studio, which is Nico and Roxy, who are also fellow co-founders for Rebuild. And the design sprints were based upon a huge amount of work that went into thinking about how we can create master plans for our villages, all the different elements that are needed to bring the villages alive from concept to something that is feasible. And it's been a wonderful journey to see the cohort from the 35 design sprint master planners come to fruition. And today we were honored to have 4 projects present their work. Do we have Nico in the room? Has he joined? No, okay, right. So we've lost him. So the 4 projects that we had were wonderful. We had the Wu Wei village, if you're here. Yeah, where's Wu Wei? Yeah, there's Wu Wei with their lovely baby. If you could give us a quick 30 seconds summary of, oh, hello, baby, of your wonderful project.
I'll take him if you want to unmute him. Yeah.
Already unmuted.
Yeah.
Yes, so we're in Lago Atitlan, Guatemala, and we started buying 2 years ago, and willing to put few houses here on the starting a permaculture farm on reforestation project. And her son came Earthside 5 months ago, and then we are really like realizing how important it is to have community around us. And then yeah, the journey was like, okay, let's just like expand. Instead of 1.5 hectares, let's go to 3, maybe 4, 5 hectares, on bringing a community to have the next generation to grow in, and also our generation to keep on thriving, even if we take care of the next generation. Really like we're calling the community now on our life.
Yeah, I think to put in a nutshell, let's just say as well, we're in a young and aspiring eco-village built upon the foundations of artistic expression, spiritual inquiry, earth care, and community. And we're so grateful to have had the opportunity to share our vision and inspiration with you all. Thank you for bearing witness to this dream.
Thank you. And we also had Arcadia from Harold, but I don't believe he's with us. Harold, are you here? I think he had to leave, unfortunately, and travel. We had Genesis.re. Anybody from his Genesis in the house? No? Okay, Genesis. So Arcadia was a beautiful project which Harold created. A wonderful concept for which will be here in Portugal on land that he's bought. Genesis RE looked at ways that we could legally inhabit unused houses to find more opportunities in the in-between, the liminal. And then we have Oriki. I'm pretty sure that I saw. There we go. So do you want to give us, Daniel, a quick, very, very short 30-second summary of Oriki? Very short.
Yeah, absolutely. Oriki is a regenerative village, and also it's going to mostly function like a college campus, a recruitment and training center for the regenerative movement, and a place where we can train the next generation of the world's leaders.
Beautiful, thank you. So what I want to celebrate is that what we've seen throughout this whole beautiful 3 days are so many real projects that are already happening, so much inspiration, but it is spring, and we want to celebrate the fact that there are buds, there are these new lives that are coming into existence. And what we have here with the Wu-Wei village and Oriki, and also with Arcadia and Genesis, are the new buds of new projects, and we want to support those. So I would love everybody to turn off your microphones and give all the warmth and the love and the joy to these new projects, these pioneers that are going to be stepping into a new journey. And let's celebrate that.
Go for it.
We're so
Wonderful.
excited about the birth of these types of projects, and we are all here to support each other in this journey. That is really what Rebuild is here for. So we want to first honor your bravery and courageousness stepping into this path, which is going to be a lifelong path. And so thank you very much. Thank you. And also we, because of your pitches, we were able to gather votes, and we're delighted to say that Wu-Wei, you were honored with the most votes as being the project that everybody would like to believe in and honor, and we're giving you 10% of our ticket sales to you to help you with that process of just the first little inklings of what might be able to start that seed. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
If anyone has a special gift for them, if you have a song that you want to sing them, or a compliment or a wish, you can raise your hand. Jurgis has a song.
You know, actually, it's funny. Has anybody here ever been to a rainbow gathering? Yeah, we've got rainbows in the room. I see 2 hands. Let me see how many more hands we have. Rainbows. Any more rainbows? Any more rainbows? More? 5, 6? Yeah. And you're a rainbow too. Yes, big love, true. The rainbows have a very beautiful song, which sounds something like this. And I'd like to sing it just because for me, my first experience where I actually felt that my faith in humanity was restored was at a rainbow gathering, where I felt that there was a brotherhood and sisterhood that transcended all the rules and roles of a standard society that I was occupying, that people were looking at one another through the lens of love. And there's this one song that stuck with me, and I know that it might be a bit too hippie for the space, but you know, it gets me in a celebratory mood. Can we do a rainbow song, a real quick one? Is that all right? The hippie gauges won't go off the charts. Nobody's gonna report us to the hippie police, you know, to the, oh good. Sounds like this. Deep inside my heart, I've got this everlasting light that's shining like the sun that radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, the more I got to give. It's the way that I live. It's what I'm living for. And if you've been to a rainbow, you know that there's no amplified sound. So if you want the sound and the music and the vibes to carry, you need to sing along. But here's the thing, you don't need to know the lyrics to the song to sing along. You need to feel the spirit, that's it. So, it sounds like this. I'm going to sing it one more time, and then the third one is going to be completely free. It's going to be like a real rainbow gathering. It's going to be human-driven anarchy, and you can just sing whatever you want or whatever you remember, all right? Here we go. Sounds like this. Deep inside my heart, I've got this everlasting light that's shining like the sun that radiates on everyone. And the more that I give, the more I've got to give. It's the way that I live. It's what I'm living for. More or less. If you've got a more or less, show me a more or less sign with your hands. All right, let's get into rhythm. Let's see the clapping. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Let's sing. Deep inside my heart, I've got this.
I've got this everlasting light. I've got this.
The more that I give, the more I got to give. It's the way that I live. It's what I'm living for. It's a beautiful testament. It's a beautiful testament to the way we build community. We don't know the rules and the roles. We don't know exactly what we're supposed to be doing, but we feel that there's a space for us to contribute and to contribute our own words and to do the best we can. And I think that's basically, for the most part, the spirit of these kinds of gatherings. Because if we believe in the order of Gaia, if we believe that humanity, again, as we said, you know, Alan Watts says that the earth peoples, then we're people of the earth. And somewhere deep inside us, we've got that programming. So I'd invite you to take that song with you as well for the next couple of days. At least let it marinate. And as we move on, I would also like to bring on stage the people who have made this possible, the whole Rebuild team. I'd like to bring on Anton, and Annie, Jeremy. Can we get you highlighted as well? Sam, is Sam with us? Let's get everybody highlighted. Have we got them highlighted? Nice.
I haven't got
And-
evicted.
All right. What's good you got us? So beautiful. So this is the moment where you can express gratitude to these human beings for really, really believing and putting in all the effort. Not only talking the talk, which so many people talk the talk, but also walking the walk. So can I hear a heartfelt thank you?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Obrigado.
Gracias, obrigada, achu, achu, achu. Now with energy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Jeremy, I know that there's other people we should be thanking as well. Would you like to read that list of people without which we would not have been able to make this possible?
With Annie as well.
With Annie, of course.
I'd love to start with a magazine that's recently come out called The Weave. You can type in The Weave magazine and find it. It's the most beautiful magazine, all about the regenerative space. And Barbara Lima has been such an amazing spearhead of all the regenerators as like Rebuild, but in a different format. I will and made weave that she's bringing the weaving of regenerative into the process.
We gathered, we missed you for a second, but we gather the Weave magazine and Barbara Lima.
Yeah.
Woo, woo, woo. Next one that we want to say a big thank you is our friends from Regen Tribe. They're not present here because they're moving into a community. So, but they've been super supportive. Oscar, Sonia, and Nicole in the last few weeks, and they also hosted a watch party yesterday here where I am. So big thank you to Regen Tribe. We'll put a link in the chat.
I'd love to thank Revillager, who are going to be a new platform. They're doing a Kickstarter. They've raised half of their funds, which is phenomenal, to create a platform for villages and intentional communities all over to communicate more effectively amongst each other without needing hundreds of different apps to be able to do that.
Right. And I haven't seen her here, but she's been present the whole weekend, Raji, and she is part of the Heart Center Media, Wholehearted Media, and she's a journalist spreading the good news, documenting the regenerative movement. She's looking for correspondents in all of your villages. So if you have anything that you want to share, like reach out to her with it. That's also very important to like start spreading the good news. So Wholehearted Media, thank you so much.
We'd love to thank our co-hosts for the prosperity stage, Refi DAO, and John Ellison, and particularly for this amazing vision he gave us about a network state, a refi nation that we might all be able to belong to with our passports one day. And then we've got a wonderful friend of ours, Jean-Marc.
He escaped, I think, before the heart thing.
Before we could thank him, he's so wonderful, connecting us to so many amazing businesses and people in the space, particularly in Canada. And if you find Jean-Marc, definitely find him, because there's a lot of funding from the Canadian government that go towards villages and work with villages all over to work with Canadian companies. They're very exciting. Both the Design Science Studio, who unfortunately aren't here, who ran the mastermind, and that's Nico and Roxy, who we love dearly.
We also have Sarah and the Seed Studio communication, also from the heart. Sarah had helped us putting out the word for getting you here today on screen. And a big thank you, and you can unmute your microphones for this. And you prepare your vocal cords for our troubadour from Regen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeehaw.
Good.
Last
So
but
beautiful.
not
The
least,
sound of what Rebuild was is definitely the yoga sound, isn't it? It really captivates the spirit of everything in this movement. Honestly, I don't think being online would ever be anywhere near as enjoyable if it wasn't for Jurgis. So wow. What an honor. Thank you.
we'd also want to give the appreciation to all of our facilitators that were spread out through the rooms, presenting all of our speakers, and it was just such a smooth experience. And most of them, they were with us in 2021. So thank you so much. If I see some of you, I see Fair. I can bring you to the spotlight. Let's see who else is there. Celebrate with us. Thank you. I'll give it back to Troubadour.
Actually, what I would love to do a big thanks is everybody listening. The speakers, the content creators, the makers, the doers, the builders, the dreamers. Wow, thank you, thank you. You were amazing. This doesn't exist without the people who are doing the work on the ground, who are healing the planet, healing each other, caring, looking out for each other, making this beautiful space come alive, the rebuild space. Thank you. Thank you for the content. Thank you for the inspiration. It's all about you.
I asked Jeremy earlier on, what is the feeling? What is the vibe? What is the takeaway he would like everyone to take home tonight? And he said that it would be lovely if we could feel one and yet unique. If we could feel that this thing that we've got in motion at the moment belongs to everyone, that we are all shareholders and stakeholders. And the way that you claim your position in the rank and file of this movement is through participation. By getting the voice out, by supporting one another, by listening to one another, by checking in, by sharing. And we all know how difficult it is to get these things done on our own. And that is why the support of the people here, of our peers, of our regenerative hippies, or of our humanity elevating love warriors, or perhaps it is our, planet greening samurais and senseis and ninjas, I don't know. Doesn't matter who you are, what you feel, you have a different role. But the important thing is that you understand that you are not alone. And as you operate as separate cells, you always have someone to rely on. So I would like to finish and close this off with a very simple song, which I dedicate to each and every one of you. Are you feeling it, ladies and gentlemen? If you're feeling the song, you want a song before we go? Yes? All right, let's see if we can get some more cameras on, because we need a little bit more participation here. All right, all hands on deck. This is a revolution. This is a movement. We need everybody present. Everybody ready? Sitting up straight. Attention. Let me hear you say, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Yeah, I said I love you. I love you. I love you. All right, now try something. I want you to unmute. I want you to mute yourselves. Actually, be muted for this. Be muted and get the volume loud. Get it loud. Get the rhythm with me. Da, 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 da. Son of day bastard, child of night. I was born into the dark, conceived in endless light. I am a ripple on a tranquil lake, a patch of icy calm in cataclysmic wake. Love warrior, a hippie in disguise, of unassuming form, of undistinguished size. You are a love warrior, 5 fingers in the air, clenched into a fist like this. Pretend that you don't care. You are a love warrior. Oh, 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 love warrior. Oh, 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 love warrior. Oh, 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 ta 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 ta. Hey, rough around the edges, tender at the core. You are forbidden fruit that's ripe, but eager to explore. Auspicious omen, inconvenient truth. Barefoot at the mall, a weapon wielding youth. All right. When you sing Love Warrior, I want you to sing it loud, and I want you to do the OOOs really loud. I want your whole block to hear. I want the neighbors down the road to hear. I want all the non-regenerative, non-sustainable farms in the next 15-kilometer radius to hear that something is going down over at your place. You got it. We need the warrior mindset, the benevolent, generous, well-centered warrior mindset. Have you got it? We're gonna sing. You are a love warrior. Oh, 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 love warrior. Oh, 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 love warrior. Oh, 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 love warrior. Oh, 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 oh. Last though. And I personally, before I sign off, would like to give a very big thank you again to the whole Rebuild team, to Annie for reaching out this time ago, for Nico to pitching me. I feel so happy to be amongst you people because I feel not only at home, you're the kind of people I'd like to sit by a fire with, but I also feel that, as I told Jeremy earlier on, that you feel that you're with brothers and sisters in arms. And if indeed this is the front line of human beings doing their best to save the planet, in ways very different than we thought battles should be fought and wars should be waged, I am absolutely honored and privileged to stand on the front line with you human beings. And although I'll never take a weapon in my hand, maybe a pitchfork to move hay, or maybe a shovel to dig ground, you can always expect me there with a guitar to root you all the way. Oh, 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 oh.
Thank you, Jurgis.
Until we meet again.
Thank you, Jurgis.
And thank you, everybody. A wonderful weekend. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Love you all.
Keep on rebuilding.
Bye all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kisses.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Great connecting again. See you.
Thank you, everybody, for coming. Thank you for
Thank
the
you, Fernando.
joy and
Amazing
you.
weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you. Till next time.
Until we meet again. Bye, Julia. Sleep well.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you.
Ciao.
Big thanks, Jeremy and Annie, and everyone who made it happen.
Thank you, Morgan.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
look forward to see you again.
Yes.
Be in touch. All right.
Big thanks to all of you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Adios.
Hasta
Nice
luego.
There you
Hi. Hi, nice to meet you. My name is Rocio Criales. It's my first time actually. I was invited to this community by my friend James Ehrlich, that he works at the Stanford community at Stanford. We live very close. I live in Palo Alto, California. So it's my first time that I am gathering, and I'm so glad to arrive to this community. It's amazing. And I just wanted to tell you thank you for this wonderful opportunity to meet each other, to exchange our expertise, our experiences. Well, I would like to introduce myself a little bit. I was born in Peru, Lima, Latin America, and I am an architect, and I am a specialist in sustainable and green design and building. And actually, I built some earth communities from earth, actually, in Cusco, Peru. And I lived for many years here with my husband and my son in Palo Alto, California. And actually, with James Ehrlich and his wonderful project startup going on, I'm contributing to crystallize this project here in California. But at the same time, I research about sacred geometry for many years because I have lived in, well, actually I live in Greece doing my master degree, then in Spain, then in Italy, and then in, right now in US, but I had the experience of living 8 years in Costa Rica too. So where I research more about this sacred geometry and mathematical patterns of golden mean and Fibonacci frequency. So for my new project, which is alternative type of communities, it's type of healing communities that I'm applying sacred geometry, mathematical patterns, but at the same time, I would like to share with you my projects and experience building with earth. And I don't know, it's my first time. I'm so glad to be here right now with all of you, and looking forward to exchange experiences, to be part of this community. And I hear that some of your members are already building in Portugal. Is that correct?
All over the world. Yeah.
Yes.
All over the world. And there are many in Portugal, but there are villages all over the world. And that's why we were doing the online conference, so we could bring people together from different places who've got different experiences. Marosia, thank you for sharing your background, your experiences. What you're bringing, especially to healing communities, is really beautiful and lovely. Please, by all means, join our socials. We've got Telegram groups, WhatsApp groups. We've got Facebook, Instagram. Share your knowledge, your love, and your energy. Share it with everybody, because we need more of that in the world. And welcome to our community.
Well, thank you very much for allowing me to speak a little bit. It's on my first time. And what do you suggest that is the best way? There is a monthly gathering or some time?
This is our second online gathering. This is the end. This is the finish of it. And then we may do one next year, or we may do something very different. But our gatherings have been in Costa Rica, in Holland, in Portugal so far. But we invite anybody who would like to do a rebuild gathering to host one themselves. And we then help people set up the opportunity to create a rebuild gathering. So you could do one in Palo Alto. It would be it's up to you. But just join the community, share, come and be a part of it. We're going to be releasing all of the videos over the course of the year, and inviting people to come and do a watch of those videos again, and to join in the conversation. So you're welcome, and thank you very much for sharing.
Thank you very much. And I'm really happy to be here with all of you. Thank you for this opportunity. I will be joining I think the Facebook, I guess, right? First.
If you go to our website, I'm going to put it into the chat now.
Okay.
And we'll send a follow-up email to the participants with ways to connect, with links and ways to connect with the WhatsApp community, Telegram, joining the website. So
Oh,
if
wonderful.
you subscribe and got your ticket, we have your email address, and we'll send you an email.
Yes. Okay. Great. Well, nice to meet you all. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Congratulations to the
Welcome.
great community.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone. Silver and Monica, you will hear from us in the next days. We will take a break.
We need to take a break, and then we need to figure out, you know, the costs and everything like that.
No rush. Please take your time and harvest the fruits of this time for yourself and get some much deserved sleep. I did just want to share though that before this celebration closing session, we had attended the 5 ways to fund your eco village or your project with Kelly from New Earth Development. So we're already pretty sold because one of our challenges and needs right now is just funding our project. So we're gonna use whatever you share with us towards paying for that package. So thank you so much for helping us make it a reality.
We're honored to help in whatever small way we can. But
Yeah.
thank you. Mwah.
Yeah, it may really change to this training that will give us the whole funding. So we will see.
Yeah.
But that's the plan.
Every little bit helps, and
Absolutely.
but we honor the journey you're on, and yeah, keep going,
Thank
you
you.
your souls.
Thank you. Okay,
Yeah.
be well, everyone.
Thank you, Reggie, thank you, Yema, thank you, Sante, thank you, Rocio.